In this tutorial, we will learn about standardized achievement test. A measure that is administered and scored by uniform objective procedures and for which norms have been established, that is prescribed routine to assure that the process is consistent, so the scores of anyone completing the test can be compared to the norms. Standardized tests are carefully constructed tests with a uniform procedure of scoring, administering and interpreting the test results. They consist of items of high quality. The items are pre-tested and selected on the basis of difficulty value, discriminating power and relationship to clearly defined objective in behavioral terms. Any person can administer the test as the direction for administering, time limits and scores are given. These are norm-based tests. Norms are age, grade, sex, etc. Reliability and validity of a test are established beforehand. A manual is supplied which explains purposes and uses of the test. Functions. Standardized achievement test useful for measuring general educational development, determining student progress from one year to the next, grouping students, diagnosing learning difficulties, comparing achievement with learning ability. Steps for construction standardized achievement test. The first step is planning of the test. The second step is preparing the test. The third step is tryout of the test. Then reliability and validity of the final test. Then preparation of the norms of the final test. And the last step is preparation of the manual and reproduction of the test. Planning of the test. For standardized test, a systematic and satisfactory planning is necessary. For this test, constructor should carefully fix up the objectives of the test. He should determine the nature of the content or topic and item types like long answer, short answer, very short answer type, and the types of instruction like knowledge, understanding, application, skill have to be included. A blueprint should be prepared. The method of sampling, a detailed arrangement for the preliminary administration and the final administration should be determined. A probable length of the test, number of questions and time limit of test completion should also be determined. A clear-cut instruction for test scoring and its administration procedure should also be determined. Preparing the test. Writing the items of the test is a creative art. It depends upon the item writer's intuition, imagination, experience and practice. Requirements of writing the items are complete mastery over the subject matter. In order to write correct item, test constructor must be fully acquainted with all facts, fallacies, principles and misconceptions of the subject matter. Test writer must be aware of the ability and intelligence level of the person for whom the test is meant. The item writer must have a large vocabulary so that confusion in writing items may be avoided. The vocabulary used in the items should be simple enough to be understood by all. After test items are written, they must be arranged properly and assembled into a test. Items should be arranged from easy to difficult. Test constructor should give clear-cut instruction about the purpose of test, time limit, procedure of recording the answers. After writing down the items, they must be submitted to a group of experts of language subject. Tryout of the test. After the modification of item according to suggestions of expert, the test is ready for experimental tryout to find out the major weaknesses and inadequacies of the item. It helps in finding out the ambiguous item, non-functioning distractor in multiple choice questions, very difficult or very easy items. It also helps in determining the reasonable time limit, number of items to be included in the final test to avoid overlapping and identifying any vagueness in the instructions. Tryout is done in 3 stages. The first stage is preliminary tryout. It is done individually to improve and modify the language, difficulty and ambiguity of item. It is done on around 100 individuals and workability of item are observed so that item can be modified. The second stage is the proper tryout. It is done on around 400 individuals. Its sample should be similar to those for whom the test is intended. The purpose of this tryout is to select good items for the test and reject the poor items. These steps includes two activities. Item analysis. A test should neither be too easy nor too difficult. Each item should discriminate validity among high and low achievers. The procedure used to judge the quality of an item is called item analysis. It includes following steps. The test paper should be arranged from highest to lowest scores. 27% test paper from highest, 27% from lowest end will be selected. Then the number of pupils in the upper and lower group who selected each alternative for each test item. After item analysis, only good items with appropriate difficulty level and satisfactory discriminating power are retained and form the final test. Desired number of items are selected according to the blueprint and arranged in order to difficulty in the final draft. Time limit is set. The third stage is final tryout. Final tryout is done on large sample of individual for estimating the reliability and validity of the test. This final tryout indicates how effective the test really will be when it would be administered on the sample for which it really intended. Reliability of the test. When the test is finally composed, the final test is again administered on a fresh sample in order to compute the reliability coefficient. This time also sample should not be less than 100. Reliability is calculated through test-retest method, split-half method and equivalent form method. Reliability shows the consistency of the test scores. Validity of the final test. Validity refers to what the test measures and how well it measures. If a test measures a trait that it intends to measure well, then the test can be said valid one. It is correlation of test with some outside independent criteria. Norms of the final test. Test conductor also prepares norms of the test. Norms are defined as average performance. They are prepared to meaningfully interpret the score obtained on the test for. The obtained score on test themselves convey no meaning regarding the ability or trait being measured. But when these are compared with norms, meaningful inferences can be immediately drawn. The norms may be age norms, grade norms, etc. Similarly, norms cannot be used for all tests. Preparation of manual and reproduction of the test. Preparation of manual is the last step in test construction in which psychometric properties of the test norms and references are reported. It gives a clear indication regarding the procedures of the test administration, the scoring method and time limits. It also includes instruction regarding the test. Standardized test assesses the rate of development of students' ability. It helps in diagnosing the learning difficulties of the student. It also helps the teacher to assess the effectiveness of his teaching and school instructional program. Advantages of standardized achievement test. Standardized achievement tests provide a standardized measure of result for each student homeschool program. Test results provide a benchmark from which to compare success over time. It is reliable and objective measurement of achievement. It has a positive impact on students' achievement. Standardized tests allow for equal and equivalent content for all students. It allows school districts to discover their good teachers. Decent test results help keep the relatives off your back. Limitations of standardized achievement test. They assume that all students start from the same point of understanding. It has not had a positive impact on students' education. Standardized testing can be predictable. Standardized tests only look at the raw comprehension data. Not all skills are measured equally. These tests are not good fit for all the students. Standardized tests narrow the curriculum. Standardized achievement tests do not always test what you teach. Now, difference between teacher-made test and standardized test. Teacher-made test is based on content and objectives specific to the class taught by the teacher. But standardized test based on the content and objectives common to many schools covering a wide area. Teacher-made test may deal either with a specific limited topic or skill or with large segment of knowledge and skill. But standardized tests deal with large segment of knowledge or skill, usually only with a few items apprising any one skill or topic. Teacher-made test developed usually by one teacher with little or no outside help, but standardized tests developed with the help of experts. Teacher-made test is prepared in a hurried way, so its quality is generally poor. Standardized test is prepared in meticulous construction after tryouts and revisions. Teacher-made test has moderate or low reliability, but standardized test has high reliability. Teacher-made test limited usually to class or single school as reference group, but standardized tests provide norms for various groups that are broadly representative of performance throughout the country. Now try this. What is standardized achievement test? Discuss different steps while planning of a standardized achievement test. Explain the important characteristics of standardized achievement test. Discuss the needs and importance of standardized achievement test. Discuss the merit and limitations of standardized achievement test.